Hey guys, Isaac Hyman, High Flyer Digital here. Thank you for joining me on another one of our webinars, this time live from the Jersey Shore. You can see behind me, I'm actually on vacation this week and taking a break. Not really on vacation. We're all kind of working and, the family's on vacation. Meanwhile, I'm working, helping obviously grow our agency and grow our clients to the next level in preparation for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So we're here live and we're excited to get moving with our SMS webinar. Now, some people told me they should just hold off on the webinars this week, but you know what? We committed to it and we're going to see it through. So you see behind me my nice little view of my hotel here right on the Jersey Shore. And it's really amazing to be here and really feel like a celebrity broadcasting live from the beach and everything like that, even though I'm not. So super excited to be here. Let me just make sure we are live on all the channels we need to be live on. And we are good to go. Yeah, so let's jump right in. Hopefully this webinar won't take too long. Obviously I'm on vacation. I'm taking a little bit of a break headspace. So I'm excited to jump right in and let's go through it really fast. I think there's a lot of opportunity that you will help your brand learn really quickly on how the top brands are using SMS really successfully. You see me glance down to my screen because I'm on my MacBook here. But it's going to be a very informative session and show you how the top brands are monetizing their SMS list, growing their SMS list using conversational commerce. So let's jump right in. Our mission in the next 45 minutes or so is to help your brand use SMS to grow, engage, and convert more customers using conversational commerce. Really important to know that text messaging, sending an SMS is just the action, right? It's just the push of the button. But really what you want to have is a conversation and build a relationship with the person behind the phone. Just like you're doing with email, build a relationship with the person behind the inbox. So really excited to dive into that. It's going to be an important channel as we start to enter Q4 in a second. If you're obviously on this webinar, you're pretty serious about growing your brand right now, right? You're probably serious about leveling up and getting to the next level in preparation for Q4 or just in general. I've talked to a lot of brands even this week that aren't leveraging SMS at the way it should be done. Maybe you want to learn how the top 1% think about it, how they're using their strategies. Maybe you want to break through the hamster wheel of constant campaign sending and actually build some relationships. Maybe you're on Amazon, you want to start developing a DTC strategy for your brand. And maybe you realize there's a lot of untapped potential on your SMS list right now. So this is the webinar for you. I'm really glad you're here to talk all about SMS. By the end of this webinar, you'll be able to, number one, build a high-performing SMS channel in just 3 to 4 steps, right? As long as you have the strategy. And you'll find that a lot of our insights start with a very high-level strategy and bring it down to eye level so you can actually implement it pretty quickly. Number 2, we want to orchestrate email and SMS to work together and double your revenue, right? It shouldn't be siloed. Every channel should operate in their own realm. It should be operating together seamlessly and in sync. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. Number 3, I want to help level the playing field between your competitors and you, right? I really want to make sure that you are playing at a level of the top 1%. I came from the top brands, so I'm bringing the strategies they're using down to you, which hopefully will help you scale faster with less guesswork. I always recommend, I have my book on me, it's in my bag, I'm not going to show it now, but I always recommend that you get a copy of my free book, my email and SMS, Ultimate E-Commerce Email and SMS Playbook right there. You can see it, it's a 330-page packed playbook that'll teach you all the secret strategies you need to level up your email program to the next level. And I'm not just talking about better copy, better creatives, I'm talking about strategy and then how to implement it. And then my masterclass, the Mach 10 email masterclass that I created is a 40+ video masterclass that'll show you how to implement my strategy very seamlessly. So definitely get both of them. They're available on emailmasterclass.com. It's going to be a very useful resource for you as you enter Q4. And if you stay to the end, I didn't create a slide for this, but you may have seen, if you're on my email list or you're on our socials, you may have seen that we created a BlackFridayPlaybook.com, which has an entire Q4 Black Friday, Cyber Monday playbook for you to utilize for your business. It contains all of this stuff, right? Masterclass, cheat sheets, growth guides, AI avatars, playbook, lookbook, you name it, it's in this total bundle. So I invite you to go to BlackFridayPlaybook.com to get it for free, which we're distributing out for free up until a limited time. It's a lot of stuff, right? So I don't just want to give it out to everyone, but it's important that we give it away for free for now to help you scale. But if you stay to the end, I'll also share with you another link that you'll be able to get it for free as well. And on top of that, there's a killer offer we're offering right now. We've seen a ton of brands come in and they love the offer I'm about to share with you at the end. So a killer offer on our 10-figure email plan and a 10-figure SMS plan that will help you level up 2 channels at the same time. So super excited to share that with you as well. A little bit about me, some background about why you're here and why you're listening to me at the Jersey Shore. Why are you kind of listening in at this webinar right now? So I was the VP of retention, managing the email SMS program for the top brands out there. I am the author and masterclass creator, as I just explained to you. I've sent over 1 billion, really 1.2 billion emails annually, generating over 300, I would say almost close to $400 million in revenue annually for a lot, not annual, cumulatively for the brands I work with right now. I've managed multi-million member email lists and generated multiple millions in revenue for those brands. Award winner for best email performance at Blue Course Summit. I was a featured speaker at eTail, Post Funnel, Maple. There's a Blue Course Summit right there. Work with hundreds of brands, e-commerce stores internationally. And I think the main call out is I've been on your side of the table, right? So I have the experience that backs it up with actual, strategies. And that's going to help you really, again, eliminate the guesswork. You shouldn't be guessing at your strategy. You should actually be doing it and running it and being successful with it faster than ever before, right? And you don't want to just, slowly crawl. You want to go at the crawl, walk, run, fly, right? That's our philosophy. High flyer. That's why we are giving our strategies away, and that's my experience as well. And this is the big one, right? Because I did the same thing a lot of your brands are doing. A lot of what you're doing probably right now on your list. I sucked at SMS, right? I would treat SMS just like email and batch and blast deals out to my list, hoping that the spray and pray approach would really work. I was tasked with driving revenue and engagement, but I had little control over the strategy at the time when I was doing SMS, right? And SMS and browser push were shiny new objects, just like AI right now. It's a shiny new object that you feel like, oh, we got to use it as much as we possibly can. Let's just use it the same way we do email, right? To actually add on to it, right? The way we did SMS was very similar to how we did email. Like I said, spray and pray approach, send it out to everyone. Full list, we got their SMS, let's hammer it, make some money, right? And I realized the epiphany was that there are 4 key steps that actually can help you create more of a conversation. SMS is a very intimate channel and it engages at that level, right? Very high level because it's such an intimate channel. But you can't just treat it like a sales channel. You got to treat it like a conversation. Get that commerce going through conversations, interaction. And there's a way to do it. I have 3 pillars I use on top of my 4-pillared strategy, right? So 3 pillars that are relevant to SMS, 4 pillars relevant to overall relationship building with email and SMS. So I'm going to teach you both of them. And that epiphany allowed me to grow some brands from $47 million a year in email and SMS revenue, to $73 million a year in email and SMS revenue. So I know the strategy works for the top brands. I'm going to show you a case study as well where one brand grew by 1,500% just by implementing SMS into their program. 1,500%. That's incredible. An 8-figure brand. So since then, I work with 7-figure to 10-figure brands on their email, SMS, and retention strategy. So I was there on your side of the table. I know what you're going through. I know the challenges of it. I know what is important and what's not important as well. So you eliminate a lot of the guesswork, as I said before. Just one final thought about High Flyer Digital. Again, we exist to help brands build better customer relationships. You're going to find a lot of people talk about sending more emails, sending SMS, sending this, sending, all this sending, right? Talking at people instead of building a relationship with people. The channel is there to build a relationship with them. And if you do that through segmentation and personalization, you'll be able to connect with the person behind the phone, behind the inbox on a one-to-one level really well, and they'll convert at a higher level. How do we do that? We leverage the most intimate form of communication, which is email and SMS. And our mission is to help your brand, this small yet scaling e-commerce brand that committed to growing, committed to getting to another million a year, another 2 million a year, another 5 million or 10 million a year, go from 7-figure to 8-figure, 8-figure to 9-figure. We're here to help you get the secret strategies of the 9 and 10-figure brands, bring it down to your business so you don't have to wait 5 years to actually get there, right? And the outcome is you'll be able to actually unlock the true revenue potential from your customer list and create profitable, predictable, sustainable revenue streams for your business 24/7, 365. It sounds great, right? It's an amazing way to do it. And I'm going to show you some case studies that show how this strategy will help you get there. So it's a little grayed out here, but what exactly is SMS marketing and conversational commerce? Let's start by level setting and say, like, what is it? What are we trying to accomplish here? Right? It's again, it's a little grayed out here, but it says like when you think about SMS, do you want to send a marketing message that's dedicated to interrupting someone's dinner, interrupting someone's day? Or do you want to actually be intentional and purposeful when you send your SMS message? And that's what SMS, you need to treat it as. It's a very interrupting channel, right? Pattern interrupt. And you want to treat it as that not annoying method of communication. Again, as always, our aspiration is to treat people like a friend when you're doing the SMS channel. Conversational commerce is about treating customers like people, and 84% of customers actually crave personalization, right? I've said that stat many times for the email channel, and it's very true. It's even more true with SMS. At the time when we created this deck, third-party cookies were going away. Apparently, they're not going away anymore. Google's got rid of that plan. It just, no one wanted it. It just was not a good idea for them for advertising. But email and SMS is still a channel that allows you to identify customers across the web. Okay, so you want to get as much of that first-party data as possible. And if you have two channels, I found that you can grow lifetime value of your customers by 250% if you simply get a customer to join two channels, not just email and not just SMS, but email and SMS. If you have them join both, lifetime value increases. 73% of customers convert from SMS more than if they just got an email from you. And actually 52% of subscribers only sign up for 1 or 2 brands for SMS. You have to be really loyal to sign up for your SMS channel. So you need to get that first mover advantage and treat that channel really well. And that's the key parts of SMS. But there's one more benefit that not many brands know about or talk about when it comes to SMS. We think about text messaging, but SMS allows you to call people. Now, how are you leveraging that? I'll teach you a strategy that the top brands are using, which is calling people that after they abandon their cart. Low-hanging fruit. But an SMS is a phone number at the end of the day. So you have multiple channels now. You can email, text, and even call someone if your business is set up to do that. So it's just another advantage that not many people think about, but it's so valuable when you have a phone number, right? So you can do a lot with that. Our SMS goals here, though, on this webinar, let's set some goals, right? We want to kind of understand where we're going, right? What do we want to achieve here? So my goals for you, when you take this webinar and go back to your Klaviyo account, your Attentive account, and actually start sending, I want to make sure that, number one, you increase the click rate. Really important to do that. And get more raised hands back to your site. Number two, I want to help you increase conversion rate and know when to send certain email and SMS. I want to help you enhance personalization so you connect with customers on a one-to-one level, position your brand as a partner, conversations, create conversations that actually solve pain points and address pleasure points, right? Communicate transactionally and promotionally. SMS is key for transactional messaging. People want to hear about your order confirmation, shipment confirmation, right? They need to know about that. So you got to balance it. Really important you do that. And finally, I want to help you grow your new channel, grow your medium to work together with email and not just off in a silo of having saying, oh, we're sending emails all the time. Oh, let me think about SMS afterwards, right? No, they can run in tandem with two different goals, right? One more promotional, one more conversational, one more transactional, and that's good. That's good for retention. So that's my SMS goals for you guys as you're listening to this right here. Let's jump right in. Let's get straight to the meat and potatoes. So our SMS marketing playbook right here, this is the bootcamp. We're going to cover this down in about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We're going pretty fast on time just because, I guess in Jersey Shore things pass quicker, right? We're having fun. So fun, time flies. So our SMS playbook for e-commerce brands, let's jump right into it right away. Here are our 3 SMS strategy pillars you should be aware of. Again, this is dedicated specifically to SMS when you think about it. So SMS, number one, first pillar when it comes to SMS is reward. If someone is an SMS subscriber, you want to give your SMS subscribers first pass to everything. Labor Day early access, Black Friday early access, Cyber Monday early access, right? Deals first, because SMS gets a super high engagement rate. And if you're having SMS subscribers on your list, they're probably a little bit of a more loyal customer. You got to really be dedicated to SMS to really be on the list, right? So reward your customers first. Always think about SMS reward, right? Second pillar to think about SMS is reinforce. You have to use SMS as a reinforcing channel for your email program as well, right? If I send an email about, again, Labor Day's coming up, Labor Day sale, SMS follows up 6 hours later and says, Reminder, our Labor Day sale is going on now, okay? So reinforce, how do you leverage email and SMS to play well together? That's the key part of it, right? So reinforce is the next pillar. Third pillar, 3 Rs. I'm calling it our REV strategy, right? SMS REV strategy, because REV, right? Rev it up, right? Like a motor, and we call it a high flyer, like an airplane. Relationship. That's the third pillar. You have to excel at SMS with conversational commerce and have a relationship with the people behind the phone. 3 Rs: reward, reinforce, and relationship. If you have that mindset in every single text message you send, you'll be in a very good place. You'll probably be better than 90% of the brands out there. Okay? Reward, reinforce, and relationship is the way you win in SMS. I'm going to skip over this a little bit, just kind of glance over it, because I think by now you have the basics and maybe you know about SMS and compliance. There's not much you need to know, right? It's just, the big thing I'm going to say on this slide is that very important to use one platform. I'm a big believer in using one platform for your email and SMS. And again, I've audited hundreds of brands where I've seen that they have gotten this shiny new object syndrome where they go to one platform from email, one platform from SMS, and then it just gets messy. They're sending emails all the time. Sometimes automations are running SMS side, and they forget to send campaigns. They're just, it's an afterthought. Put it all on one platform. Get it all done, locked and loaded in one technology, and orchestrate the journey. Why do you need to disrupt things? Unify it, right? I found that's the most successful. Get their phone number, get express consent, make sure your terms and conditions are set. Carrier compliance, send an opt-in message when they join. I had one client that didn't send an opt-in message when they joined, and I looked at their account and I said, wow, no wonder you're not sending to anyone. No wonder it's broken, because your Klaviyo account doesn't recognize them as opted in. So that's a problem. Maintain quiet hours and no shaft, no sex, hate, alcohol, firearms, or tobacco. Okay, those are the basics in TCPA compliance that you should be aware of as it pertains to the strategy. So let's jump into step number one. The biggest part of any SMS strategy is to actually have a list. You got to grow your list. So in order to achieve that, you got to identify all sources for SMS signups. You got to plan out every SMS touch point and the experience once they sign up, and then welcome new subscribers to your list effectively. So when you're doing list growth, think of those three things. Really important to kind of focus on that journey when they come in. And it is different than email, right? Klaviyo will kind of create a welcome series that incorporates email and SMS, but sometimes SMS is a very different channel and it shouldn't always be combined. You can split it apart, have a separate journey for SMS, separate journey for email, and measure the incrementality of them. That's going to be the key part. I'm going to now share with you, and this is a slide that I did with another webinar, another vendor we work with really closely, and I've shown brands how I've grown an SMS list for a brand from 0 to 500,000 in 60 days, right? I'm going to show you all the tactics we use to make that happen. And I'm going to, as I go through each one, you just make a list, make a checklist about what you've done, what you haven't done yet, and just start implementing it. Some are very easy, some require more thinking, some require more strategy, and some you just can't do right now. But as long as you know how I did it and how our team was able to grow that list really fast in 60 days, at least you'll know how to make it happen, right? So I'm going to go through the slides. This is actually going to be very informative. I'll go through them quickly, but they're very simple and easy to understand. So step number one, turn on SMS sign up at checkout. The biggest source of signups for you is not just the pop-up on your homepage, which I think I'll mention here, but the SMS sign up at checkout, right at the bottom. Shopify, if you're on Shopify and Klaviyo, easy way to turn that on pretty quickly. So turn that on. SMS sign up at checkout, low-hanging fruit right there. Put an SMS opt-in banner on all emails you have, right? Every email should have the very bottom, text join to 62076 or SMS sign up, get 20% off. All that is available for you to do right there at the very bottom of your email. Just remind people, keep it there. 10, 20, 50 emails. All of a sudden now people are clicking on it. You'll start getting some signups. SMS sign up and transactional emails. This is one of my favorites. Not many people use transactional emails to, I wouldn't say monetize, but definitely to build data and get customers on their list. Put SMS sign up like Home Depot does right at the bottom of your transactional emails. $5 off savings, texted right to your phone. Very simple. Use two-step opt-in pop-ups, right? If you have a pop-up, I found success with having a pop-up that says join our email list, get one offer, get a deeper offer, and you sign up for SMS for 20% off, right? So you can kind of leverage two channels in one pop-up while you have them opting in right there. So a two-step opt-in pop-ups right there gets two channels from every subscriber. I like to also create unique light boxes for non-SMS subscribers. So if I'm on your email list, try and get them to join your SMS list, right? So through a separate pop-up. I'm not saying right there at your welcome at your homepage, but if they're on your email list, they're clicking your emails, add a pop-up when they've been on your site for 10 seconds, boom, join our SMS list. You're invited to our VIP SMS list. Treat them well. Let them know that we're happy you're an email subscriber, but now you can join SMS. Use exit intent pop-ups, one of my favorites as well. Before you go, join our SMS list to get a discount right away. Text it to your phone. Easy way to get signups right there. Next, before I go to this one, the pop-ups, you just got to orchestrate that, making sure you have a good journey, not overwhelming with pop-ups. No one wants that. So just make sure you orchestrate that journey a little bit more. Next one is text to join. Text to join is a very simple landing page. They text a number, they go to a page, and they join. That's it. Very simple. Great for social, great for driving traffic from organic or from your organic posts, or really anywhere out there where you can just say, go to this page, text to join, and you're in. That's it. Now we're getting to more of the paid elements, right? Now you can start running ads, right? I'm not saying this should be the top one. I always like to say, let's not spend money if you don't need to. Well, you can also run a meta ad to unsubscribers, right? Run an ad to unsubscribe, ask them to join your list. And you would generally be a lead form. I found the lead form works great for email and SMS, email and phone number, and you can easily get those lists right there. I also like to run meta ads to email non-SMS subscribers. Same strategy, right? Just make sure they're non-SMS subscribers and now they're email subscribers. So there may be a higher engagement. Run that test, one and the other. Update all your social links to your SMS sign up. All your socials should have it. Click to join our SMS list because they're on social media, they're active, they're probably on their phones. Activate that easy way to sign people up from their socials. If you have a store, SMS capture signs inbox in the store. You go to H&M, I've done this at Autorama, you go to Best Buy, right? What do you see in the store at checkout? Text to join, text subscribe, text your email address to this number right here, and you'll get a discount. That's email address, but text a number to get 20% off right here at checkout. Who wouldn't want that? Great, SMS list right there. Always great to use influencers to drive SMS signups, right? You can say, join my text club, have influencers kind of add the link there and add a number, text to get 20% off, or use my special code when you join the text, your SMS list. Great way to drive signups from influencers who have your target market right there. And then my final one is kind of very obvious. Send an SMS invite to your full email list. Dedicate one email to saying, join our SMS list if you're not on already. Click to join. You can even, if it's on desktop, they'll go back to the landing page. If it's on mobile, all will happen is they'll open up a pop-up and they'll be able to text back and join very, very easily. That's my 13 ways to grow your list really fast. I've done it, all of these tactics, and that's how I got from 0 to 500,000 signups in 60 days. You have to maybe put some money behind it a little bit, but it works. It really works if you want to grow your list really fast. This is the same screen right here. I just kind of mapped it all down bullet point by bullet point. So let's move through this. Okay, next one, step number 2, SMS triggers. Let's zoom out of here for a second and move this down. Check this out. I just want to get rid of this brand right here, this brand banner. Okay. Okay, got rid of that banner there. It's showing the podcast we have, which is a great podcast. Hope you joined that. Okay, step number 2, SMS triggers. Now we've built our list. Okay, now that we have our list, our SMS list, we're growing by a couple hundred a day, maybe 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month, whatever it may be. Step number 2 is make sure your triggers are set up, all right? And you need to map out and turn on your key SMS triggers, create automations that create conversations, and automate responses to FAQs and inquiries. Triggers are the biggest thing, right? They're going to make money for you 24/7, 365. So it's really important you get them locked and loaded first, okay? And the power of SMS automation is that you become helpful, not salesy. You're able to send an SMS when they respond to a certain keyword or a certain message, or what's the price, or they text back the letter A if they need an, I've done a survey where they text back a certain letter and it corresponds to a category or collection. They respond to that A and we send them the item that's most relevant to them. So it becomes a conversational stream. SMS can become informational. You generate two-way conversations between your subscribers and yourself. You can engage on demand. There's ways to automate a response. Again, email. Not many people who send an email blast and promotional email, who's responding to that inbox, right? Customer service may respond, or maybe you're moderating it. A lot of people aren't moderating it, but you're moderating an SMS, right? It's coming in and you're like, oh, you should probably respond to that because I just got a text message from someone. And you create H2H communication, H2H, human to human communication. Dialoguing with a phone number is more human and connected than just an email. And you'll save time and grow revenue, right? Of course, automation will drive the ROI you want. So that's the power of SMS automations and why you should really focus on them at the very beginning. Some of my favorite SMS triggers, some of them you know already, some of them you may not be aware of. SMS cart abandon, obviously, browse abandon, another great one. Checkout abandon, same thing. Order confirmation, shipping confirmation, transactional messages are key to growing your SMS impact, right? If you're sending a transactional message from text, your order has arrived, your order has just been shipped, that builds trust in the fact that you're using SMS wisely, and customers will love you for that. SMS welcome, no secret there, right? To sign up for the list, you got to have a nice welcome series, making sure you nurture them in. Browser ban, we talked about before. And then survey is a really great offer, right? Survey would be something where, like I said, I like to text them and say, hi, we just got your, we just signed up. We want to know more about what you're looking to buy, right? And they text back a letter corresponding to the collection they want to buy. And then you respond with a message that says, here's the item for you. I'll get into that in a second, but that's kind of how you can use a survey to actually make the channel intentional, relevant, and trustworthy. That's the key part. There's other triggers you can actually add on as well if you have the bandwidth and if you have the data to make that happen. Earned points, right? Rewards, points reminder, birthday anniversary. All these are automations and triggers that you can actually run out that are quasi-transactional and quasi-promotional. If I earn points and I have points available, I'm going to send that and let people know that I have points available. And of course, they're going to convert from that channel or dialogue with you, right? So that's a really great way to use SMS as well. I'm going to give you an example of how to leverage SMS like the top brands within automations, okay? It's a really, really robust example of the power of orchestrating all your channels to work together. So most brands have a standard cart abandon flow, right? They abandon their cart. Let's send them an email, maybe two, maybe three. Let's send them a text message, maybe one, maybe two. But that's just basic, right? Surprisingly, that's basic. If you don't have that on, turn it on, okay? Give us a call. We'll turn it on for you. But that's kind of almost basic. The top brands, they send email first, right? Email gets first pass. It's the cheapest option. And if they don't open that email, if the subscriber does not open the email, we send SMS because it's a different channel. If they're subscribed, it's a different channel. Maybe they'll engage with that channel. If they did open the email, we send more email because they're showing that they're engaged with the channel. And we continue to repeat that. But if you did not get engagement with emails and you didn't get engagement with SMS, you can actually send the data over to Facebook or Google and run some ads to them, retarget them, show the items they have in their cart, show the items they're browsing. All that will allow you to convert more. You do have to pay some more. But email and SMS, you gave them the first pass, it doesn't work, you can still recover that cart through paid ads. On top of that, if you still don't recover your revenue through paid ads, through email or SMS, what did I say before, right? Let's say they clicked an SMS and they didn't convert. What can you do? SMS is a phone number. The top brands pick up the phone, have customer service call them. I just did a podcast with this great vendor. I love them, Talent Pop. They have customer service options where they will actually call your cart abandoners for you, okay? Because they know customer service is sitting there responding to inquiries, and this is a more of a proactive approach to customer service, customer experience. If somebody's in their cart, they didn't buy it, pick up the phone. We have their SMS phone number. Let's give them a call. Find out what is stopping them. And to be honest, some retailers can actually break map when they do that too. So that's a good thing. So that's another way of doing it. So now we've solved 3 or 4 channels with one automation. No, I'm sorry, 5 or 6 channels. Email, SMS, Facebook, Google, and phone. 5 channels that you can use to convert your cart abandoners that you're probably not leveraging now. But it starts with understanding that email and SMS are harmonized and work together. Whew, that was a great one. So now we talked about list growth. Step number 1, grow your list. Step number 2, turn on your triggers. Step number 3, you implement our high flyer strategy. Okay, we want to dive into what is the high flyer strategy? What is the strategy that the top brands are using that maybe you're not leveraging right now, or maybe you're starting to leverage it, but you didn't get fully completed? And it's a little bit different. It's a little bit leveled up beyond just the reward, reinforce, and relationship. That's the mindset you should have for SMS. This is the strategy you should use to communicate and monetize your SMS list. The goals here are right message, right time, right message, right person, right message, right time, repeat. Right person, right message, right time, repeat. We want to make sure we're sending the right message to the right person at the right time in their buying cycle and repeating it. I'm going to show you how that works in a second. It's also important to have a mindset that every relationship starts with a click, right? Every message, everything you send should build a relationship, and relationships start when someone clicks. There's multiple books on the idea of a click, right? I click with someone, that's building a relationship, that's starting a relationship. It's no different with email or SMS. The click is what gives that indication that there's a relationship to be had here. So let's get it done. And then again, segmentation and personalization is key here. So let's go through the strategy that I have. I think I built out a better slide here for this. Yeah. Here's our high flyer strategy. You may have read about it in my book. You may have seen it on other webinars for our email channel, but it applies really well to SMS as well. And the 4 pillars of our strategy are segmentation, personalization, multiplication, automation, and multiplication. Those are the 4 pillars of our strategy, okay? Segmentation, personalization, automation, multiplication. Segmentation, we want to identify the right person to send the message. Personalization, we want to personalize it so we connect that person on a one-to-one level. Automation, we want to send it the right time, not just the right time of the day, the right time of the buying cycle. And then finally, multiplication. How do we multiply up our automations to achieve different goals, unlock value from different cohorts, achieve sales of different product lines, or from different channels? That's multiplication, and it helps you scale. Now, if you know our strategy, you know that, and even if you look at your business, most brands get to that segmentation level. I found segmentation, and what does Klaviyo give you, or OmniSend, or even SendLane? All they give you basic segments, right? 90-day engaged, 30-day engaged. That's still a huge segment, right? But you got there. So you may get your segmentation right, but where 90% of brands don't do, and 95% of agencies or marketers don't do, is personalization. They don't know a single thing about personalization. I've checked hundreds of accounts. No one does personalization. So if you have segmentation without personalization, you have nothing. It's not going to work. Right? You're not going to get to that next level. You got to personalize the message you send. A great example of this, I always say to someone, I give an example of dating. I've talked to a lot of clients, and dating is a good way to have an example. If I'm in a store, if I'm in a bar in New York, or I'm on a bar in Texas, the lines I use to talk to people are very different in New York than they are in Texas. That's the personalization side, right? They all may be in America, they all may be part of my segment, but the personalization is really key. And it's the same with email, same with SMS. What products, messages, messaging, content you send within your emails, very different depending on who they are, what they bought, where they are, right? Very different. Personalization is everything. And on top of that, if you're stuck in the weeds on segmentation and personalization, campaign after campaign after campaign, you'll burn out. Which is why automation is the next pillar. You got to automate the winners, sunset the losers, and put your revenue on autopilot, not stuck in the weeds on the next campaign to send out, the next day-to-day task. You want to automate it. And finally, multiply the automations you have to grow the business and scale faster than you could do it by yourself. That's our strategy in a nutshell. I had to explain it a little bit more in depth. Here it is again, how you can leverage it for SMS, right? You want to create multiple segments of your SMS list, buyers, lifetime value, engagement. You want to personalize the message to each segment using the data, right? Your first name, what they bought in the past, how many points they have on the rewards program, right? Why don't we put that in there? Automation. How do we automate and send the right SMS right at the time when they're about to churn, right at the time when they're about to buy, right at the time when they came to the site, right at the time when they're in their cart, right? It's about the right time in their buying cycle, not the right time of day, the right time in their buying cycle. And then multiply. How do we duplicate that up for different products, different services, different customer cohorts? That's multiplication. And the outcome, the really amazing outcome of this is that you're going to end up sending fewer messages, sending much fewer, is it fewer or less? I think fewer messages and make more money, right? Fewer messages, less of a footprint, more money. That's the way to win, right? That's profits right there. If I can market to more people, right, by sending less advertising, fewer messages, and make more money, that's the definition of profits right there. That's how we leverage the strategy for the SMS channel, and we do that for email as well. Give a great example of how that works in action. SMS strategy in action right here. So here's our CRM upgrade campaign. We run out for a lot of our brands, a lot of our clients. We start with segmentation. Split out the list. Who's a 3-time buyer? Who's a 2-time buyer? Who's a 1-time buyer? Who's a non-buyer? 4 segments. Start with 4 segments right there. And then we're going to personalize the copy, personalize the message, and personalize the offer to each segment. Non-buyers get a steeper offer, right? A more aggressive message. 3-time buyers, softer, VIP, treat them like amazing customers, which they are, right? Different message, different link, everything different within the message, text message. After we run it out 4 times, 5 times in about 3 or 4 months, we then automate it. We say what worked really well, whatever worked well, we're going to start automating it, and let's run it for 90 days and find the winners. And then after you do that, you find that this worked for this one, we're going to multiply that for different products, different cohorts, right? It did really well for our buyers. Maybe we should do it instead of people who are about to churn, maybe do it for risk of churn, right? Or let's try it for people who did churn. Or let's try it for different product lines or different segments, right? You can try it for all types of things. Maybe a customer bought, maybe it's a beauty brand customer versus a footwear brand customer, right? Depending on what you sell. So you could do it very differently based on the fact that you have the strategy right there. And the cool thing after that, you can also multiply beyond just the segment, but multiply up the channel. We did this with SMS right here. You could do this with email. You could do this with Facebook ads, right? You can multiply it and become more multi-channel and omni-channel. That's the SMS strategy in action. Segmentation, personalization, automation, and multiplication works every time. And you got to have all 4 steps to win. Trust me, this is the 10-figure strategy we're talking about right here. A couple action items to take out of this, right? So you want to build out your core segments, build out your SMS segments, start basic, get just engaged, buyers, non-buyers, then go deeper after you test a little bit more. Personalize your tone, copy and message to each segment. You want to run 4 to 8 A/B tests monthly. Keep testing. If you're not testing, you're not learning, you're not learning, you're not refining, you're not refining, you're not growing. Automate your top performers. Turn the ones that work really well, start automating them. We just ran an SMS survey for one of our brands. It worked well. What do? We automated it. Why not? Put it right behind the first welcome message, welcome SMS, because it works. Why not? And then duplicate it and expand the top automations. Right now we can, like I just said, we can take the SMS survey. We're going to add it to our welcome SMS automation. And now we have another touch that allows us to get more data from the customer, higher conversion, build a relationship, right? Reinforce relationship, 2 pillars of our SMS plan. And like I said before, go omni-channel once that works, right? You want to then track how SMS only performs, as well as SMS plus email performs, as well as email only performs, right? Really important to measure the incrementality of SMS for your business, especially if you're just starting out. This is an example of how to measure SMS ROI. If you're questioning whether or not SMS is an important channel for you, and you want to find it that it's incremental, here's the way to run it out. Take your list. Let's say it is a 100,000 member list, okay? Split it into 3 segments: email only, SMS plus email subscribers, and then SMS only subscribers. 3 segments. Send your message out. Labor Day, let's say, for example. Send your Labor Day email out to email only. send your Labor Day message out to SMS subscribers and email subscribers, right? Suppressing SMS only. Then send it only to SMS. This will show you, is there an incremental lift from the SMS channel? And is there an incremental lift by having a subscriber be on 2 channels? You see how we run the test? Right? Now you're learning how the top brands think. Is SMS better than email, right? Depending on how many subscribers you have. Is it better? Is it incremental? Or is it simply just a nice to have, right? So that's how we measure SMS ROI. And we've done this many times. It works really well and gives you data and information you can use to continue to build your channel up. The last pillar, right? Remember we talked about number 1, grow the list. Number 2, turn on your triggers. Number 3, implement our high flyer strategy. Number 4, then you start sending some campaigns, right? Then you start sending some conversational campaigns. Again, we're turning it on its head. Most brands think about send campaigns. We're thinking strategy. Campaigns are easy, right? And that's kind of what you see here. So we want to create campaigns that drive dialogue and conversations, as well as conversions, of course. We want to supplement your existing email campaigns with SMS, and then we want to map out your SMS calendar to hit your business goals, right? If you're just sending SMS just to kind of like feel nice, then you just feel nice. You're not going to hit your goals. So we want to make sure we have those goals in mind. Campaigns plus conversations is the name of the game, right? You want to send texts like friends. Don't just pitch, sell, promote. You want to be helpful and intentional. Don't just think about campaigns, think about experiences, right? SMS is a journey. If we text back, you've got to communicate back. So make sure you're set up on that end. If you need help, actually talk to Talent Pop. They're great on customer service for that. Can definitely assist if you don't have the bandwidth to respond to all the text messages you get. Tie in conversations, personalize the message to each segment using data, maintain and automate dialogue. As I just said before, you can keep the conversation going if you're actually monitoring that SMS inbox. Supplement email, right? Make sure your campaigns are supplementing, not poaching from email. You want to run either in tandem, unison, or SMS only campaigns. And then isolate. Again, isolate for SMS. Run SMS exclusive campaigns. Like I said, first pillar, reward. Reward your SMS subscribers by first, early access. SMS gets first pass, even before email. You can run SMS exclusive campaigns to maintain incrementality. Here's some examples of conversational campaigns in action. We have 2 hours left. You get 50% off, right? We extended the sale for you guys on SMS, VIP access only, VIP extension. Conversational campaign is a little blurry there. Crate and Barrel does a great survey right here. You can see text back. What are you looking to achieve this holiday season? What is your biggest focus? I want to A, entertain. I want to B, decorate. Or I want to C, I want to gift, right? I want to gift to someone else. Someone texts back in letter A. Well, we're going to send them ideas and collections and items that they can use to entertain. If they're going to say, my goal this holiday season is to decorate, well, what are we going to send them? Items to help them decorate. That's data you can use in perpetuity to build enriched segments. Customer service campaigns, as I said before, right? Hey, Charlie, I noticed you were checking out our product. Great choice. Do you want to see if we can get you a discount? Boom, they text back, yes, please. Boom, they text back, here's the 20% off. Conversations going, really cool. Could get expensive. It's 2 SMS, it's 3 SMS messages. Test it, find out if it works. That conversation is really helpful to customers, and they really start building trust in the channel throughout the entire lifetime of being a subscriber. Another one, as I said before, another survey, an example. They text back the letter, you respond with an item that's relevant to them, a collection that's relevant to them, or an offer that's relevant. Segmentation and personalization. Post-purchase right here, conversational commerce. You see right here, it looks like it's coming from a real human customer service rep right there. Another one, right, upsell, cross-sell. Hey, I was thinking of you. I think these would be a great fit to the item you already bought. And then again, choose your own adventure. They could text back a letter or a sentence or a word, and that builds a journey for them. My top of mind problem I have would be I'm suffering from dark spots, right? For example, right? Someone texts back dark spots, you take them on a journey. Dark spots? No problem. Here's some content that will help you understand dark spots. Here's a product that will help you solve your dark spots. Here's what you can expect to see. Here's a testimonial about dark spots, right? Things like that. That's the journey you have using SMS. Whew. Let's recap the SMS key steps from this webinar, right? Number one, grow your list. I've shown you 13 ways you can grow your list. Even if you accomplish 5 of them, you're in a great spot. Number two, turn on your triggers. Start automating your revenue, making some money, right? Making sure you're driving some revenue for your business using conversations and automations. Implement my strategy. We call it high flyer strategy, our 10-figure strategy right there. Segmentation, personalization, automation, multiplication. There you go. And then finally, be conversational. Make sure that your campaigns have an element of conversational within them. Even if it's simply, hi friend, our Labor Day sale started today. That's a start. Build a conversation around it. Okay, that's a great part to start filling the funnel with raised hands and interested SMS subscribers. Whew. I'm going to give you a couple case studies to show you exactly that this works. Okay, here's an SMS case study where this brand saw 67% revenue growth from adding an SMS as an incremental channel for their business. Year one, they had a basic cart abandoned email flow, 670,000 emails delivered. Their cart abandoned revenue was $4.5 million in a cart abandoned revenue. Pretty high. It's a big brand, right? Year two, we optimized their cart abandoned flow and SMS into it. And additional, as I showed you, top 1% strategies right there. Phone calls, Facebook, Google. We don't own their Facebook Google channel, but it's helpful to them as a business to be involved with it. What did they see? They went from 4.5 million in cart abandoned revenue to 7.3 million, 64% revenue growth. What changed? Multi-channel. Email was optimized, SMS was added as an incremental channel, and then phone added an incremental $300,000 for their business. $300,000 for your business just by picking up the phone. Is that crazy, right? Email optimized, SMS incremental, phone incremental. So an additional source of revenue that they didn't have before without SMS. And there's more ideas too. Cart catch up SMS, offer testing, and just sending higher volume. So great case study right there. I'll give you a couple more just to kind of glance over it, not to spend too much time on it. You can always rewatch this and get some case studies, not to be self-serving here at all. This brand right here, they're up 1,300% in 2024 with SMS. You can see here, their overall website revenue grew by 500% just because we had another channel operating. SMS went from literally zero. They're doing very little, maybe 1,000 a month. We got them to 19,000 in 1 month. That's January 2024. Just January 2024. They were doing maybe 1,000. We got them to 20,000. You see 19,000 right there. As a result, their entire Klaviyo revenue went up 1,300%, and their business went up 500%. Huge, huge return from this channel that they didn't have before. This brand, had email and SMS running. They grew from 12% of revenue to 31% of revenue in just 90 days. A $10 million brand, just 90 days, $112,000 a month in February to $354,000 a month in May. Huge jumps by orchestrating your email and SMS together. That's a great example of email and SMS working together. And then I'll just give you a case study for a $2 billion retailer. This is more from email, but they added an SMS toward the tail end. This brand went from 6% of revenue from email, literally $10 million, to 14% of revenue from email, SMS, and push at the end of the year, right? They went from 10 million to 30 million in just about a year, 12 months, locked and loaded. Really great experience working with them. And they really, even the top brands aren't at the level they should be, and I'm here to help them get there. That's kind of the expertise I have. As I said, strategy works for $1 million to $1 billion in e-commerce brands. Obviously, we focus on the small yet scaling e-commerce brands because that's where I feel there's a lot of opportunity. And I feel the small brands want to help the underdog get to the next level. That's always been my mission. So let's kind of start wrapping this webinar up, okay? Promises made, promises kept. I showed you how to build a high-performing SMS channel in just 4 steps, right? 3 mindset steps, right? Reward, reinforce relationship, and our 4-step strategy: segmentation, personalization, automation, multiplication. I've shown you how to grow your SMS list fast with 13 tactics. I've also shown you how to orchestrate email and SMS to work really well together, right? You don't just want to think email versus SMS. You want to think email and SMS working hand in hand. Create conversational campaigns that drive mobile commerce, conversational commerce, how to increase conversion rate and close more sales, how to go beyond The third one is how to level the playing field with the top brands and how to go beyond just email and SMS and think omni-channel and multi-channel and conversate. And again, I'm not going through every bullet point here, but conversate on a human-to-human level, right? That's the key part. You're reaching a human, a person behind the phone, person behind the inbox. And that's the best way to convert more of them and build a relationship with them. So finally, you just don't want to replicate email. You want to actually use SMS as a standalone channel to grow your revenue. So promises made, promises kept. This is going to help you get to the next level for your SMS channel as you get ready for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Let's end this webinar with a killer offer, okay? A lot of brands have taken us up on this offer because it is a great way to scale your SMS instantly. You work with us for our email strategy, which is our 10-figure email strategy. We will give you SMS for free. We do SMS automatically for free because I want to help you grow email and I want to help you grow SMS. Email is a little more time intensive, SMS a little less so. But if you can grow 2 channels for one price, right, that's a win-win. And I highly recommend you get it. That's a $1,500 value for free, just when you work with us for your email program. And like I showed you before, this is an 8-figure brand, that implemented SMS. They jumped from $1,000 a month to $20,000 a month in 1 month, okay? In 1 month. It starts 2024. You don't even want to know where they're at right now. It's huge. It's changed their business, changed everything they do. This is the way to win really fast. Scan this to book now. You can actually, as you scan this code, you'll be able to see 8-figure audit, what I do on my audits, and how we unlock about, I think it was $200,000 in 15 minutes for one brand just by doing an audit. So imagine how much potential is sitting under this right now. And again, great results, great case study. Highly recommend you get on this quickly because in September and October, we're jammed. We're going to get jammed with a lot of brands coming on board like we was last year. And we're excited. We're excited to scale in a very challenging year. 2024 is very challenging. And I'm excited to get them to the next level right away. So definitely book as soon as you can. As promised, go to blackfridayplaybook.com. You can get all this content right away. AI for email playbook, SMS playbook, which is what you're talking about right now, cheat sheets, growth guide, my entire email and SMS strategy playbook, our design lookbook, what's worked really well, our Mock 10 Masterclass trial, all my video courses, you can watch them again and see and learn from them. That's all at blackfridayplaybook.com, and it's all custom made. Majority of it is custom made towards Black Friday, and you'll see exactly, especially the Q4 campaign calendar and the Black Friday 5-day sprint, which I'm going to have webinars about that later on, but it's good to pre-plan now. I'd recommend you get that, and if you've signed up and registered on our email list, you'll get this as well. That brings us to the end of our SMS Bootcamp. In about 45 minutes, look like 52 minutes, I showed you how to use SMS at the level of the top brands. You are now going to be super prepared to scale your SMS program if you do this correctly. And if you don't do it correctly, that's where you give us a call. Book your free Black Friday, Cyber Monday, BFCM, email SMS audit, and I'll show you how we implement it for you in minutes, not months, which is what's usually going to take a lot of brands. It's taking months. You don't have months. Q4 is right around the corner. So it's time to implement right now. Scan the code. I hope you learned a lot on this webinar. It was really great hosting it, really great having it, even though the nice Jersey Shore background is behind me. I'm about to go join the family now and take some time, some fun in the sun. But it was really great hosting this webinar and actually sharing all the insights I've learned to help grow our clients' SMS programs and the brands I've worked with use SMS as the conversational commerce channel it's meant to be. Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you on the next webinar.